There was once a young man named Adil who lived in a small town surrounded by mountains. From a very young age, he carried dreams far bigger than the valley he was born into. His family lived a simple life, and his father often reminded him that hard work was the only true wealth a person could ever own. Adil believed him, but he also wanted more. He wanted to create something meaningful, something that would not just change his life but also inspire those around him. Life was not easy. Every day before school, Adil worked in the fields with his father, carrying heavy buckets of water to nourish their crops. He would often see other children walking freely to school while he ran behind them, his clothes soaked with sweat. Still, he never complained. At night, when everyone else slept, he would sit under a small lantern and study. Sometimes he fell asleep with his books open on his chest, but deep inside he knew that every word he read was a step toward his dream. When he turned 16, Adil started helping a local carpenter. He worked there after school, learning how to shape wood into beautiful furniture. He admired the patience of his master, who always told him, "Good things take time, Adil. Rushing only breaks what could have been beautiful." Those words stayed with him like a quiet whisper of wisdom. Though he longed for success quickly, he reminded himself to be patient. Despite his hard work, Adil often faced failure. He applied for scholarships to study in the city but was rejected again and again. Each rejection letter pierced his heart, and there were moments he wanted to give up, moments when he asked himself if his dreams were too big for someone like him. But whenever doubt clouded his mind, he remembered his father's rough hands, the carpenter's advice, and the quiet nights of study under the lantern. He told himself that every no was only preparing him for the right yes. One day, while working at the carpenter's shop, a wealthy merchant visited to buy furniture. The merchant noticed Adil's dedication, the way he carefully polished the wood until it shone. Curious, he asked about Adil's life. Shy at first, Adil told him about his dreams of studying, his struggles, and his hope to make something meaningful out of his life. The merchant was moved. He offered to sponsor Adil's education in the city, saying, "Your patience and effort have already built your foundation. Let me help you build the walls of your future." With tears in his eyes, Adil accepted. He moved to the city and began his studies. Life there was different and challenging. Surrounded by students who had everything, Adil often felt small, but he never allowed comparison to steal his focus. He worked part-time jobs, continued studying late into the night, and reminded himself every day that growth is slow but steady, like a seed turning into a tree. Years passed, and Adil graduated with honors. He didn't stop there. He returned to his village, determined to give back. With the knowledge he gained, he started a small school for children who, like him, had dreams bigger than their circumstances. He taught them not only lessons from books but also the lessons of patience, resilience, and faith. The children admired him, not because he was perfect, but because he understood their struggles and stood as proof that hardship is not the end but a beginning. Slowly, the school grew. People from nearby towns began sending their children to study there. Some of Adil's students later went on to become doctors, teachers, and engineers. Each time one of them achieved something, Adil felt the joy of his own success multiplied. He realized that his patience had not only built his life but had also planted seeds in the lives of others. Looking back, Adil saw clearly how every step, even the painful ones, had come together. The rejections, the long nights of study, the heavy buckets of water, all of it had shaped him into the man he became. If one piece had been missing, the puzzle of his life would not have been complete. He often told his students, "Life does not give us everything at once. It gives us pieces, and with patience, those pieces come together to create something beautiful." His story became a quiet legend in the valley, a reminder to everyone that no struggle is wasted. Success may not come when you want it, but it will arrive when you are ready to carry it with grace. Adil's journey was proof that patience is not waiting in silence, it is working with faith, trusting that everything is coming together, even when you cannot yet see the full picture.